Right, so as you guys know, first off, May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day to anyone that is a fan of Star Wars. And I don't think there's any like religious reasons why anyone can't celebrate Star Wars Day. So May the 4th be with everyone watching this. Yeah, if you weren't already aware or in the know, yesterday, May the 3rd, was Free Comic Book Day. If you want to know when Free Comic Book Day will happen next year, it's the first Saturday in May. It always falls on the first Saturday in May. Sometimes it will happen like today, or like this year, where it's Free Comic Book Day, and then May the 4th is the Sunday after, or the day after, so then it's like the nerdiest weekend of the year. Sometimes it can fall on, Free Comic Book Day will fall on May the 4th, and that's always a fun thing as well, because then that is the nerdiest day of the year. Anyways, I picked up quite a few comics yesterday, and by quite a few, I mean I have 2 bags worth of comics. I spent quite a bit. I spent more than I would recommend anyone spend on comics in one go when they're not heavily discounted. Anyways, essentially what Free Comic Book Day is, it's not when you go into a comic book shop and everything is free. It doesn't work like that. How it works is there are several comic books that are available for free, and those free ones essentially work like previews, or like essentially shopping lists. They're just showing off like what big event is going to happen, mostly in the summer of that year. So I have a few of those, and those are going to be the ones that I show off first. And then for everything else, so everything else that the comic shop offers essentially is heavily discounted. So I think in my comic shop it was 25% off everything, and it may be different in other places, but that's how it was in my comic shop anyways. So I picked up the free comics that they had available at my local comic shop was that I was interested in, because there was a few ones that were like younger readers ones, which obviously I'm not going to pick up. But there was the Fantastic Four plus Giant Size X-Men one. I'm reading Fantastic Four, so this is important to me. They didn't have the Ultimate Spider-Man one, which is leading up to a like big Ultimate event, or like, which is essentially going to be a prequel for the big Ultimate event in the summer. There's probably going to be some way to find that anyway, somewhere else. And these Free Comic Book Day issues usually get reprinted later down the line, where you can get all of the Free Comic Book Day stuff in one book, like in a couple months' time. So that's that. I did pick up the All-In DC, the 2025 Special Edition, All-In #1. Which is I think this is the Absolute Universe thing that's like basically going to lead into the big Absolute event. I haven't been reading any of the Absolute books, but hopefully that's going to entice me into reading those, or it's going to get me up to speed on what that universe, what the feel for that universe is going into that big event, which I no doubt will pick up at least a few issues from it, at least the tie-ins to the books that I'm already picking up. we then have the big one for DC, I think. Oh, wait. Both of the DC ones are the same. Both of the DC ones that I picked up are the same. This is this is Superman Unlimited and the absolute universe. I didn't pay for these, so I've got I've got 2 copies of the same free comic book that I didn't pay for. But yeah, these are the same. Oh man, I need to check what I'm picking up. At least I didn't pay for them. At least they were free. So there you go. Anyway, first off, I don't want this video to feel like I'm flexing or anything, or just showing out, look at how much money I can spend on a luxury entertainment product. I don't want that to be what this feels like anyway. I just feel like Free Comic Book Day is a thing that should be celebrated. It's a thing that should be celebrated on the platform of YouTube. So this is my way of doing that. It's kind of the only way you can do that, is like, here, look at the things that I bought on Free Comic Book Day. But it's more of like, Free Comic Book Day should be a thing to get people through the doors. And I think having it fall the same week as Thunderbolt's coming out is really exciting and really fun. And obviously there usually is a big Marvel release movie wise around the time of Free Comic Book Day, around May time anyways. But I feel like it's just a really fun or really like well-timed thing of like, people can literally go to the cinema, go watch Thunderbolts, and then go to their local comic book shop and everything's 25% off. That's awesome. But yeah, I feel like just more people need to know that this day exists, and there is a day we can literally go in, and even if you're trepidatious, you don't want to go, you don't want to like dive deep into a new comic book run, you can literally pick up anything, any of the trades, any of the graphic novels, literally anything. And if you're a trading card collector, or you're into the trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, and any of that other stuff. Me personally, I had my Yu-Gi-Oh phase. I didn't properly learn it. I pretty much just collected the cards because I thought they looked cool, and that's about it. And I want it to fit in with friends at school. But you know, I ended up getting a load of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. None of them worth anything. I think my entire collection is worth like £200, which sounds like a lot, but when you think of the amount of cards that I have, yeah, it's not a lot. But anyway, without further ado, we're not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to show off the books that I got. We're starting off with the first bag. I don't know what order these are in, so hopefully they're in number order. But I don't know. Already they're not. But there you go. We're probably going to find the rest of Avengers somewhere. So here we go. We've got Avengers number 18. I did pick up the rest of this run as well from issue 15. So that's probably in the next bag. But, you know, Avengers number 18 is there. Flash number 10. I already had Flash number 11 because I accidentally picked it up thinking I already had 10, not realising I don't have 10. So I haven't read it, but I can read it now because I've got 10. Flash number 12. Flash number 13, Flash number 14, Flash number 15, you can start to see how behind I've been on stuff. Flash number 16, Flash number 17, Flash number 18, Flash number 19, and Flash number 20. So that's 10 issues of Flash that I've been behind on. That is a lot of Flash that, that I'm behind on, and I'm excited to get into it. I really enjoyed the first 9 issues of Flash. No, that's 11. Yeah, because we're including issue 10. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's 11. 11 issues. Because we're including 10 as well. So, yeah, my maths is shit, apparently. Which we all knew. But, yeah, I'm excited to get into Flash because I really liked the first 9 issues. I really like this more like mental health deep dive of the Flash that we're getting from this, and Cy Spurrier really knows how to make you think with his books, or at least with the Flash. I haven't read anything else that he's done, but I really like I really like his voice for Wally, and I really like everything else that he's doing. I've heard that it has gone more into like the standard superhero stuff recently. And plus Mr. Terrific is in it, and Mr. Terrific is a character that doesn't get enough play. So yeah, I'm excited to know more about that character before he shows up in the Superman movie, at least. And I hope it's not another situation of Eddie Gathetti playing a character in a superhero movie. He's now in the longer than you think list of actors that have appeared in both a Marvel and DC project. But I hope he isn't in the shorter but still longer than you think list of characters who have been, of actors that have played a character in Marvel and DC projects that has died earlier than they should have, because obviously he was Darwin in X-Men First Class, and he was essentially he was the mutant whose power was he can't die, and he died through oral explosion, which sounds like a sex club when you think of it, but. You know, we then have Titans, number 15. This is in order now, when I get to... no, it's not. No, it's not. It is, but then it isn't. Then we have Titans number 16, and that's it for Titans for now, because we're moving on to Moon Knight, and we've got Moon Knight number 6, Moon Knight number 7, and Moon Knight number 8, and then everything else is in the next bag. Hey, Moon Knight number 6, Moon Knight number 7, Moon Knight number 8. That's not the start of the Moon Knights, by the way. The start should be number 4. That should be in this bag. This bag is heavier, so yeah, they should have everything else in it. Probably not in order, but oh well, that's probably my fault for how I packed these. So what is it? Titans number 15, 16. For some reason, Titans number 18. Titans number 19. Titans number 20. Avengers number 19. Where's Avengers? Avengers number 19. Avengers number 20. Titans number 14. I'll have to figure these out. Titans number 17. Avengers number 15. Avengers number 16. Avengers number 17. Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 5. Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 9. This is just all over the place. And then we've got Immortal Thor, which should be in order. I believe it's in order, yeah. Immortal Thor 15. Covers on Immortal Thor have been insane. Immortal Thor number 16. Number 17. Number 18. Number 19. Number 20. Number 21. Number 22. And Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 4. Those weren't in order at all. So we're gonna I'm gonna reorder these and then I will be back and just show off them again, but in order, and probably rank them in the way I'm going to read them as well. Or show them off in the way I'm going to read them as well. So, I'll be back in... It'll be a second for you. It'll probably be a few minutes for me. But yeah. Right, we're back, and these are all sorted. So, the first ones that I'm going to read, obviously, are the free comic book day issues, the Fantastic Four one, and the DC All-In one. Those are the first ones that I'm going to read. And the second things that I'm going to read, because those aren't really... They are comic books, but they're more preview things. They're like prologues to the larger story, which is going to be released later in the year and will be paid. And then the first proper run that I'm going to catch up with, and this... I'm going to start off with this because it finishes it. Moon Knight, Vengeance of the Moon Knight. Start off with this because it finishes it, and it means that I can get started on the next run, which is, I think, Moon Knight Spirit of Khonshu. Essentially, it's, so we had the main Moon Knight book, which was Jed MacKay and Alessandro Cappuccio. They continued on with Vengeance of the Moon Knight, after killing off Mark Spector at the end in issue 30. Spoiler alert, by the way. And this has been kind of like a mystery to find out who is this new Moon Knight. But yeah, this is very old, and the new run is about 6 or 7 issues in and of itself. Because this ended around Blood Hunt, which is a few months old in and of itself. I'm then going to be jumping into Avengers, which doesn't get me completely up to date because I think it's on issue 23 now. But this is there's only 6 issues here. It's not a big commitment for this. I've gone in order of how many issues of each I've got to catch up on, and this is the lowest amount that doesn't finish a run, or that doesn't finish a mini/maxi series. So yeah, I've been middling on Avengers up until this point, and only now am I starting to get oh, I'm liking this now a lot. So yeah, hopefully this continues to this upwards trajectory of Avengers, which has been has gone from pretty boring to okay, I'm in now. So that's that, and then we have Titans, which we have, I think, 7 issues. So it's from 14 to 20. So 7 issues of Titans to catch up on. I'm really excited where Titans is going, but I don't know where it's going, because this is the one book that I would have thought would have tied in with the Amanda Waller event, Absolute Power, but it hasn't, and it seems to be doing more like one and done stuff post that, which I don't mind, but I also I'm also interested to see what the point is of Titans now that there is a Justice League book, and now that there are like other things on the shelves, and especially with what's going on with Wally in his book, which I don't think has anything to do with anything. But there you go. But this is a book that I haven't been hearing a lot of people talking about since that first run, or that first arc finished with the Brother Blood stuff. But yeah, I'm interested to see where it's going, and it's one that I know nothing about. Like I know very little of what is going on what is going on like further on than where I've gotten to. We then have Thor. Again, this is another book which I have no idea what's going on until what's going on post what I have caught up with, or post the last issue that I read. I don't know what's going on now. So I'm going in basically blind to this, and I'm interested and I'm excited to see where the road takes me. Al Ewing is very hit and miss, especially with me. This book has been very hit and miss, especially with me. It feels like there's been an issue for me and an issue for Al Ewing, and it feels like this is a lot of Al Ewing trying to be smarter than he actually is, or Al Ewing being too smart for me. Because I feel like that's what his Immortal Thor run did. A lot of people loved that run. Immortal Hulk run did. And a lot of people love that run. A lot of people have a lot of reverence for it. I personally don't get it. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, if people like it, people like it. And I'm more interested in Immortal Thor than I was Immortal Hulk, if that says anything. And I prefer Hulk as a character. I'm loving the current Hulk run as well, and none of that got picked up yesterday. But I'm loving that current Hulk run. I'm enjoying Immortal Thor for what it is. Yeah, we'll have to see what my opinion is when I get caught up with it, and I'll be doing separate videos for each of these as and when I get caught up with each one. And then the final thing that I will be catching up on, which is the biggest stack, is Flash. Yeah, there's 11 issues in here. I'm not doing that first. I'm going to save that for when I can I'm going to save Flash for when I have the most amount of time to give to it, because like I said, Cy Spurrier is a thinking man's writer, and unlike Al Ewing, I don't feel like he's trying to be smarter than he is. I feel like he's just a very smart guy, and he knows how to convey something that's to convey a story that is quite smart, and a thinking man's story to someone who is not a thinking man, i.e. me. But anyway, that is everything that I picked up, and the order that I'm going to read them, and the order that you can expect videos on each of these. I'm not going to do a video on the Free Comic Book Day stuff, just because they're just previews. I'm going to probably say on stream what I thought and what I'm excited for. However, and I will probably be talking about just comic books in general on stream more often now because I am more caught up with a lot of stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. This does also mean that Words of Radiance is going to take a step back. I'm not putting that book on hold completely because like when I'm on the bus or when I'm out, I'm not taking comic books out with me. When I'm out somewhere, that's when I'm going to be reading The Frickin' Brick. Right? So, because I want to get through Words of Radiance, despite it being a thicker book, despite it being more pages and more words, I want to try and get through Words of Radiance quicker than I got through The Way of Kings. And, yeah, because I was at a good pace with Mistborn. I was getting one of those done a month. I want to try and get a bit quicker with the Stormlight Archive books. But yeah, this is priority number one, is getting caught up with all of this. And then we can move on to other things, bigger and brighter things, and we can start talking about books as and when they come out. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, hit that, I was going to say leave a like button. I don't know what I'm talking about. If you liked this video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you picked up on Free Comic Book Day, if you picked up anything. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.